Hello, magical people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megmoonbeam, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys about the most positive and lucky new moon of the year that we have happening on June 25th, 2025, new moon in Cancer. I am so excited for this, and all of you should be too. So we're going to get into what this means for the whole collective and each of the 12 signs. And before we get into it, you guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and Rumble channels. I really appreciate all of your support. If you'd like to check out my links to social media, my offerings, those are all in the description box below, along with the sign up to my upcoming Age of Aquarius live lecture that I'm going to be doing in person at Akasha's Den on July 19th. There's in-person tickets and online streaming passes available. And also check out the new astrological crystal kits that Sunny and myself from the Scorpio shop just released within the past few weeks. We've been getting a lot of orders, and we're really grateful for everyone that is supporting us over at the Scorpio shop. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, how is everybody doing out there? First, I have to preface this by saying I'm filming today's video on the summer solstice, June 20th. I'm in Belgium. There's a heat wave. They don't have air conditioning in most of these houses. So I'm a little bit shiny and sweaty, as you guys can probably see. I don't mean to be gross, but just keeping it real, I am a Scorpio. So if I'm shining like the moon, it is because it is hot. It is the solstice. It's us talking about a new moon in Cancer, which is funny because Cancer is ruled by the moon and glowing and shininess and silver, as we're going to be talking about. So this new moon in Cancer, oh my goodness, you guys, oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, the moon is at home in the sign of Cancer. That's where she most likes to be. We've got this new moon at a Cancer degree, one of its home degrees. We've got Sun and Moon conjunct Jupiter. Okay, that's like one of the most positive aspects, if not the most positive aspect you can have in astrology. Sun and or Moon conjunct Jupiter. And we have Jupiter exalted in Cancer, and we have a bunch of really positive aspects. And yes, there are some challenges that I'm going to bring up too, but holy guacamole, you guys. This is very lucky, very benefic, very positive, very opportunistic for all of us, this new moon in Cancer. So see where you have 4 degrees of Cancer in your personal birth chart, because that's the area of life that's going to be very activated. And if you have any planets or placements between 0 to 8 degrees of Cancer, this will also be very significant for you. So of course, new moons are always our time in the lunation cycle of new beginnings, fresh new energy. It's our best time to set intentions and plant seeds for times ahead, to be envisioning, doing visualization, doing manifestation. And, you know, Cancer in particular, the home sign of the moon, is highlighting the areas of life ruled by Cancer, such as our emotions, home, family, ancestors, self-care, women, the divine feminine, intuition, psychic abilities, and more. So all those Cancerian ruled areas in particular, we're receiving very positive blessings and developments in those areas. And in particular, new moon in Cancer is very good for us to be setting intentions having to do with our emotional well-being, our homes, property, real estates, our family dynamics, children that we have, motherhood, fatherhood, connecting with our ancestors, our intuition as well. We can be having very strong psychic impressions, intuitive or spiritual experiences, and very much about self-care. We're going to be talking about that too. So I am loving the energy of this new moon. It is feel good. It is light. It is positive. It's, yes, we've got Saturn, Neptune conjunct. Yes, the new moon and Jupiter are square Saturn and Neptune. Okay. But this is a whole lot of positive going on at the same time, with all the outermost planets getting to be within 3 degrees of all being in very positive aspects to each other. This is like Very special astrology at the time of this new moon. Very, very auspicious for sure. So this is, as I like to say sometimes, not normal astrology. This is, I'm going to say, the best new moon of the year to be setting your intentions, to be doing manifestation, to be open to positive energy, to be open to receiving. Okay, Cancer is a very generous and nurturing sign. If you know anybody who's a Cancer in your life, they will at times sacrifice themselves in their own self-care, which isn't necessarily healthy, but just saying, to benefit others. It's a very giving, generous, loving, also feel good sign. I feel like at the time of this new moon, we're going to be, most of us, and of course, we've all got our own personal transits. So some of you out there may be having like some really intense personal transits. So it'll be different person to person. But overall, I think most of us are going to be feeling quite good. Cancer is about our feelings, right? Support, safety. It's the home. It's the crab. If you think about the crab with its claws, it's very protective of its space and itself. And Cancers are like that too. And they're very protective about their home and their personal space and things. So there's something about this new moon and the portal of, the 3 days before and after it, and also the whole next 6 months ahead until our full moon in Cancer that we're going to have on July 3rd, 2026, where many of us can start to be feeling more safe or emotionally secure, even though, yes, there are some intense other aspects going on. There's like an emotional safety, security, divine protection coming in, also divine healing. Cancer is one of the 3 water signs in astrology that rule the spiritual realm, the healing arts. There can be new beginnings that come forward through healing breakthroughs that we have with family members, with our own emotional journey, with our own self-care habits and routines. So this is a whole lot of positive going on. And I'm not just saying that, you guys. This is for real. So again, just to reiterate, moon is at home in Cancer. That's where it most likes to be. This new moon is at 4 degrees, which is a Cancer degree. Okay. And the moon is the dispositor because, of course, it is a moon at home in Cancer. So the moon's feeling good. The sun's feeling good. Jupiter's feeling good, even though it's still in that square to Saturn and Neptune, but we're off of the exact square by the time of this new moon. We've been going through on and off. Oh my God, the past year and a half, you guys. Was it 3 or 4? Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. It was like 3 or 4 Jupiter square Saturns in a row over the course of a year and a half. So we've been getting tested. We've been going through the mud. We've been having a lot of reality checks and funky stuff going on. And this new moon feels like a very positive beginning. And Spirit's also making me want to say that Cancer in astrology also represents not just all the Cancer things I listed off so far, but also represents the people of the world. The people, the public opinion. Okay. So with such a benefic new moon in Cancer, which represents the people of the world, I'm going to keep using the word blessings. This is very positive blessings coming for the collective, miracles, and for each of us personally. So, there's been a lot of, I'll use the word fear-mongering going on leading up to this new moon that we're going to be entering World War III and a nuclear war. Okay. Yes, we've got Aries. Yes, we've got Saturn and Neptune and Aries. And yes, as we go into 2026, there's going to be a period, beginning of 2026, with a lot of Aries. It doesn't have to go into a world war situation. And I do believe the stars impel, they don't compel. I do believe personally, in my personal practice, and this is just me and my Sagittarian beliefs, that there are infinite possibilities and not all of the future is completely written. So that is up to us and where we put our intentions and our energies, right? But I'm going to say that astrology is really supporting that especially with, and I know I keep saying this over and over again in my videos lately, and I'm going to have to do a whole separate video on the fact that the three most outer planets are in these very positive aspects to each other. Very special stuff. Soon that Uranus will be in Gemini. They'll all be in earth and air signs, in fire and air signs together, bringing even more upliftment. But this is unprecedented, and this is not the end of the world. Yes, it's the end of the world as we know it and the falling of the matrix, but this is actually, and it's making me energetically feel emotional. Like there's actually really positive beauty coming and positive times. And this new moon, if you tune into the natural, true energies of this new moon and what's actually going on, you're going to feel positively uplifted. You're going to feel healed by something that you've been maybe going through is a really big issue. And how do we tune into the natural energies of it? Get connected to nature. Okay, get connected to the stars. Get connected to self-care and things that nourish you. Right? Cancer is the mother, the divine mother, the human mother. Mothers nourish us. How are we nourishing ourselves? Have we been treating ourselves like shit and eating crap and, having really weird behaviors and making ourselves feel horrible every day? Or have we been taking care of ourselves? Have we been nourishing ourselves? How do you feed yourself energetically? This is a beautiful new moon portal to start to feed yourself and nourish yourself in even more beautiful self-care ways, and that will support you in receiving divine blessings, luck, abundance, positivity. So I know I'm kind of speaking in some different directions here, but I'm just channeling the energy of this. Very powerful stuff. We've also got positive aspects of Jupiter, sextile Mars, 1 degree off of being exact. We've got Mercury, sextile Uranus. This is like positive breakthroughs, and I'm hearing spirits say, believe in yourself. Also, the sun and moon sextile Mars, Mercury trine Saturn. Uplifting news, positive news. Things are not as bad as they seem. And remember, you guys, there are lower dark arts forces on this planet right now that feed off of our fear. They want us to be in fear. They want us to go into a war. They want us to feel like shit. They want us to not do self-care. They want us to not nourish ourselves. They want us to not be having strong family units, to be having children. They want us to be transhumanism, crazy transhumanist robots, slaves to the matrix system. But that's all dying. And I really feel like, even though Uranus isn't in Gemini yet, that's going to be starting on July 7th. I really feel like with the benefic influence of this new moon, this is a new moon where within the portal of it, we're really going to get a sense and a feeling of the new vibration that we're stepping into, the new energies that we're stepping into. This is also a huge new moon of empowerment and transformation, as we're going to be having 2 yods. Yods are very sacred, rare astrological aspect patterns. 2 at the time of this new moon. 1 with Pluto in a sextile to Saturn and Neptune, and both Pluto and Saturn and Neptune in a trine to, to quincunx, to Mars. Also, we've got another yod pointing towards Pluto in the chart. Mars and Pluto are the 2 rulers of the sign of Scorpio, a fellow water sign to Cancer. Another sign very much about healing and the spiritual and our intuition and death and rebirth and transformation. So I'm very curious to hear from all y'all how you're feeling with this new moon, what comes up for you at this new moon. Please let me know in the comments if you would like to. I know many of you guys will be listening to this before the new moon, but we'll still be within the portal of this. Wow, wow, wow. And I'm going to get into in a few minutes what this means for each of the individual signs. Huge life changes. So ways to work with this new moon. Definitely set intentions. Definitely start something new. This is also just 5 days after our summer solstice. So we've still got the solstice energy as an influence within this new moon too, which is very magical. The veils are thin between the worlds, right? The seeds that we plant now will come to fruition by the Cancer full moon on January 3rd. So that's a really good way to kind of set your intentions is, what I'm planting now, what I'm putting my energy towards now, what I intend will come to fruition by the Cancer full moon on January 3rd. Be open to receiving positive opportunities, luck, and blessings. Seriously, you guys. And anything that has to do with homes, properties, families, that's a great way to work with this new moon. If you've been wanting to move, this is an amazing new moon to go look at houses, to go look at properties, to sign off on a new living situation. Anything that has to do with home, cleaning out the home, bringing new energies into the home. Of course, spending time with family and loved ones as well is a great way for us to look at this. And some of my predictions for this new moon, well, I've already said quite a few of them, but collective and personal miracles and blessings. That's my biggest prediction. So a lot of this fear talk, I ain't buying into it. Okay, because we got some really nice things going on here, and especially at the time of this new moon. And Cancer is the sign that rules countries. And Cancer is the sun sign of Canada and the USA, also the moon of the UK, but it's in, I think, the last decan of Cancer. So very positive developments for those two countries. Positive developments in all the Cancer-ruled areas of life at the new moon portal time and also for the next 6-month period. And Cancer is also pregnancy, having babies, fertility, women's issues. So we might see some kind of major breakthrough or news being revealed or talking about fertility in the collective. That is a huge issue at the moment. There are major fertility issues for a myriad of reasons, the EMFs, the chemicals, the you-know-whats. Fertility over the next 6 months, while we're in kind of the influence of this new moon in those Cancer-ruled areas, there's going to be positive development. There may be more women able to get pregnant easier, development in us really pinpointing, okay, what's the biggest reason why there's these fertility issues? And here's the Jupiter divine remedy for that. Also, tensions between countries coming to the surface, which is intense, Saturn and Neptune, in Aries, which can rule people's races, identities, in square to Jupiter, in Cancer, homelands and countries, but positive agreements being made with Mercury, sextile Uranus, shocking positive agreements, right? This is a lot. This is a lot at the time of this new moon. This new moon is conjunct Canada's natal sun, Uranus conjunction, which is at 8 degrees. So it's 4 degrees off. So Canada is going to have some positive developments. Also, the new moon is conjunct the USA's Venus and Jupiter. Some of you guys might think I'm sounding really like, la, 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 airy-fairy, it's all positive. But seriously, you guys, this is amazing new moon. So for the USA, it has its Venus at 3 degrees of Cancer. It's Jupiter 5 degrees of Cancer. New moon right in the middle at 4 degrees, almost exactly conjunct the Venus, 2 degrees off of being conjunct the Jupiter, the two benefics. Very positive developments for the USA. So I don't think this whole war talk, I'm seeing astrologically there's going to be very positive development and resolution with that, and some sort of miracles happening to countries, to people, to lands. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out with this new moon in the influence of it. Also, of course, everything in life, okay, is ruled by a sign and a planet. So I can't go over in the forecast for the new moons and the full moons, I can't go over every single thing in life ruled by each of the signs. But what's really catching my attention is, Cancer rules silver, the precious metal of silver, okay, which has been having some highs as of late, which if you listen to people that are silver experts, like I love Andy Sheckman over at Miles Franklin, he is sometimes a guest on the Beyond Mystic channel that I also am a part of. And he's very good at speaking on silver is undervalued. Okay. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying silver is highly undervalued. And that is, I think astrologically, over the course of the next year with Jupiter in Cancer, we're going to see huge highs of silver and positive development of that. And Jupiter expansion of Cancer, silver. And this new moon is conjunct Jupiter, expansion of silver, with Venus at home in Taurus, the financial side of life. So do your own financial research, but I think it's a darn good time to have some silver if you don't already. So let me know what you guys think so far about what I've shared. And before we get into each of the readings for the 12 signs, let's pull some cards for this new moon for all of us as a collective. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, interesting. So first off, we've got a Cancer card, Cancer-related card, the Chariot. The Chariot is about moving forward, protection, fearlessness, moving full steam ahead, continuing on your path, overcoming obstacles, protection that we are overcoming obstacles, going towards positive territory. We've also got the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh la la. He's very romantic. He's a romantic suitor. He's about patience in achieving your dreams, being slow and steady. Some things take time that we want to manifest. He's very caring. He holds us a gift. And yeah, he's very romantic. So I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, interesting. I feel like the Chariot with the Knight of Pentacles is saying, plant your seeds, plant your intentions, and there's definitely blessings and positive developments that can be coming in for us literally at the time of the new moon. But it's also like, wait and be patient and keep moving forward. Keep putting energy to what your dreams and desires are, and they will come by the full moon in Cancer on January 3rd. And being mindful, like he's very delicate isn't the right word. He's very discerning of what he manifests, this Knight of Pentacles, of where he goes. He's not riding fast on his horse like the, other knights, right? He's not the Knight of Swords. He's not the Knight of Wands. He's the Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady trust and being very discerning of what he puts his energy to, right? Is it really in alignment? This is a good new moon to literally go spend time with the moon outside or look at the stars, look at the heavens. And I'm hearing Spirit say, put your hand on your heart and tune into the things that you want to manifest. Are those actually for your highest good? Or are some of those a program? Right? The Knight of Pentacles, and Spirit wants us to take a look at that. And we've also got Justice. Wow, we got two major arcana cards in our collective reading. Chariot, Knight of Pentacles, and Justice. Justice being served. There's going to be justice being served for the world. each of us becoming more just, each of us becoming more balanced, wisdom and clarity as well. Okay, so this is a big one, you guys. This is a doozy, and those are some good cards that we've got for this new moon. Now, let's go through each of the 12 signs. And we're going to start with our Aries, sun, moon, and risings. I think last time I started with Pisces. Did I? I hope I did. I've been flip-flopping back and forth. So today we're going to start with the Aries and listen to your rising, sun, and your moon. Okay. So Aries, 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 how are we feeling out there? You are having this new moon in Cancer, of course, in your 4th astrological house of Cancer. And we've got, the 4th house is all the Cancer ruled areas of life, your home, your family, your emotions, your self-care, your ancestors. So this is, you might want to rewind and listen to everything I said for the collective, because this is very much for you with this being in your 4th house. This is an amazing new moon to do anything having to do with home, family, property, emotional healing, starting a family, self-care routines, intuitive development. This is nice. And it's also the 4th house is that foundational bottom-most house in the astrological chart. So it's very foundational. It's, one of the angular houses. So this is bringing stability to your life, Aries. And it is quite intense for the Aries right now. You do have Saturn and Neptune and Chiron still in your sign. Oh my God, I think I still have lipstick on my teeth. Sorry, Aries, that's gross. So there's a lot of intensity going on, and this new moon is bringing stability. It's bringing hope. It's bringing inspiration. It's bringing healing, in particular, having to do with your emotions and your family. We've got your ruling planet Mars in the sign of Virgo and sextile this new moon and sextile Jupiter. So you can be feeling good. You can be feeling good in the hood. You can be feeling very supported, comforted. I'm hearing many of you, this is a new moon where many of you will have like healing breakthroughs with your family if there's been issues with your family. Your tarot card for this new moon is the Ace of Cups. Holy guacamole, Aries. The Ace of Cups. Overflowing emotion and healing, positive energy, expressing your emotions. Tell your loved ones how much you love them. Tell your house how much you love it, how much you're grateful for it. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Just be in the love. Share your emotions. Express your creativity. Be open to receiving love. Be open to receiving healing. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful new moon for you guys. So sending lots of love your way. Next, we've got our Taurus, sun, risings, and moon. You're going to be having this new moon in Cancer in your 3rd astrological house. I like to call the 3rd house the busy house. It rules a lot of day-to-day things in life. It's our local community. It's siblings, friends, neighbors, our neighborhood, learning, day-to-day gadgets, cars, short-distance travel, trade, commerce, marketing, social media, communication, our mind. It's a lot. It's, the 1st Mercury-ruled house. So with that ruling a lot, Taurus is with this new moon in your 3rd house, this can be a lot of positive influence, blessings, and new beginnings in many of those 3rd house areas that I just mentioned. Very good for business, very good for trade, very good for entrepreneurship, very good for maybe starting a side hustle out of your home, starting some new work or podcast with a family member or a loved one, going on a short distance trip to visit family, to go see a loved one. Also, your communication, your words, your mind, getting a positive boost as well. I love this new moon for you for spending time in your local community with like-minded people. Go to a like-minded new moon event or solstice event, and you could literally meet soul family there with this influence in your third house. We've also got your ruler Venus is at home in her home sign of Taurus. So Tauruses can be feeling really good with this new moon, similar to the Aries. And Venus is in a sextile to the north node and trine to the south node. So within 3 degrees of positive aspects to the nodes, auspicious, purposeful. Pay attention to your dreams, sextile to the north node in Pisces. You may be dreaming about friends or like-minded community. Your connections, right? With the north node in your 11th house sextile, your ruler Venus, and this new moon happening in your third, there can be new positive connections, sharing yourself on social media in a new way, podcasting online, sharing your voice, sharing your wisdom. I like this new moon for my fellow Tauruses, and our card is the King of Swords. Wow, so cool. And swords are, associated with the air element. And we're having this new moon in the third house, which is Gemini, an air sign house. And this King of Swords, he's really, really interesting because, and everybody has their own personal interpretations, but to me, he's quite serious. He's serious with his words. Look at that face. He's very, precise. He's no bullshit. I hear him saying, like, what's the message that you're putting out? What is the message that you're putting out? What is your tagline? What is your business plan? What is your true intention with anything that you're doing? But particularly the message that you share out into the world. Honing in on that, but just even becoming conscious of that, this King of Swords is saying is very powerful at the time of this new moon. And your words and your thoughts also have really great power. So be mindful what you're manifesting with your words and your thoughts. And something that I like to do personally is if I ever say something, I am a Scorpio, and well, any of us, we can all, not even just being a Scorpio, but sometimes we say things we don't actually mean, right? And a practice that I like to do if I say something that comes out, blurts it out, and I don't actually mean that, or I don't actually want to manifest that, is personally I'll say, cancel, clear, delete. Universe, I cancel, clear, delete what I just said. And I'm actually going to replace that with, I am a good speaker. I am a loving person. I am open to receiving, instead of whatever kind of negative output we just put out if we do. So Taurus is very nice for you. I'm sending lots of love your way. Have a very happy new moon. Next, we've got our Gemini sun risings and moons, and you're going to be having this new moon in, your second astrological house. Okay, you guys have the most positive new moon of the year in your freaking second house of abundance and prosperity and resources and values. So aren't you the lucky duckies, one of the lucky duckies of this new moon? This is an amazing new moon for new income streams, reassessing your values and your resources. Many Geminis, maybe you're going to start a new job or a side hustle from the home or with a family member, right? Cancer. How do you self-care in relation to your work and your income streams? That's something for you to think about as well. And many of you might want to be stepping into kind of like a Cancer-ruled income stream, the healing arts, things that have to do with properties or homes, women, right? Intuition, psychic abilities. So this is nice. This is also bringing more pleasure, more relaxation into your life. We've got your ruler Mercury is in Cancer as well, sextile Uranus and trine Saturn and Neptune. So Your ruler Mercury is feeling good. It's feeling stable. It's trine Granddaddy Saturn and Neptune, and it's sextile Uranus. There can be unexpected, weird opportunities coming forward, but be open to them, okay? Let's pull some cards for our Geminis. Ooh, oh my goodness. What the heck? Okay. We've got the Devil card for Geminis. So the Devil card is asking, where have we been self-sabotaging? And this is in the second house of our values and our income. Okay. What are your values? Are you even aware of that? First of all, that's something important for you to look at. So for me personally, as Meg, some of my biggest values are, I value that I am a soul having a human experience. I value being in a physical body. I value my divine life's purpose. I value freedom, right? I value respect. I value myself. I value others, even if I don't agree with them, even if I don't like them. What are your values? And where are you self-sabotaging? Okay, the devil, people get really freaked out by the devil. It can be really negative, but I feel like this is saying, just be honest with yourself about like the income streams that you have. Is that even in alignment with your gifts? Is that something that, are you self-sabotaging where even you're spending your money? Okay. Clarifier is the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of healing energy. You're healing through self-sabotaging behaviors and values. And there's a lot of healing energy, and you may be feeling really emotional, and that's okay, right? That's a part of the letting go process. So that's a nice clarifier card. I'm not concerned about you guys, but when some of those more intense cards come, it's for a strong message. So Geminis, I'm sending lots of love your way, and have a happy new moon. Wow, Cancies. You have got your annual new moon in Cancer, the most positive new moon of the year. If you do not take advantage of this, if you do not work with this, Cancers, that's crazy. Okay, so this is a new moon. You want to be spending time. I highly advise, I don't like to tell people what to do because we're all free beings, but Cancers, spend time in sacred space. Really hone in on what are your intentions? What are you co-creating? What are you letting go of? What's the new beginning right now? What's the breakthrough? What are the signs and the synchronicities coming forward? What is going on? What is the universe showing you? Right? And be present with that. I'm hearing Spirit say be as present and in the moment as possible to receive the blessings of this new moon. Okay, Cancers. It doesn't get much better than this, okay? The moon, your ruler at home in Cancer, conjunct Jupiter, Cancer degree on the moon and the sun. Yes, there's a square with Saturn and Neptune to the moon, so there are reality checks. There is major dissolving of the world, which can be, a little destabilizing to the Cancers because you guys are the crabs. You like to be safe. You like things to be secure. But the truth is, there's a lot of dissolving and dispelling of negative energy on the planet right now. And you are safe through that. Okay, you are safe through that. Be open. Okay, so my main ask for you is what is your intention? And again, for the Cancers, we also got this for the Taurus, King of Swords. Mindfulness of your words, of your actions, of your thoughts, because you guys, with this new moon in your sign, you're very magical and you're literally master manifestors at this time. How do you want to be seen? This new moon in your first house. What do you identify with? And I'm not talking about the woke stuff. What's your identity? I mean, what do you identify with? Do you identify with, do you want to be a leader? Do you want to be a healer? Do you want to be a truth speaker? What do you want to be seen as? What do you want to be remembered as? What is your real individuality. This is in your first house. Powerful. Okay, Cancers, I'm sending lots of love your way and have a very magical new moon. I know you will. Okay, Leos, we've got this new moon happening in your 12th astrological house. This is powerful. So, Cancer rules the nighttime, midnight, right? The 4th house of Cancer, it's when the sun is transiting over midnight, the middle of the night. It is dreams, it is sleep, it is rest. And Leos, you've got the sign of Cancer in your 12th house of the Pisces ruled areas, which is also dreams, sleep, rest. So this is a double doozy. Is that even a saying? I'm going to use that as a saying. A double whammy, a double doozy of this new moon. Wow, I can really feel it in the energy. Make time for rest. And Leos, you are a fire sign. You're very energized. You're very passionate. You're very fun. You're very positive. Slow it down and make time for rest. Pay attention to your dreams. Do some sacred practices. Even maybe move slower. Listen to slower music. I'm hearing Spirit say slow it down so you can tune into the higher energies that want to come forward for you through your dreams, through signs and synchronicities. There's magical occurrences for you to maybe slow down to be able to pay attention to. This is also highly creative. This is an amazing new moon for doing spiritual sacred practices of manifestation behind the scenes, on your own, at nighttime, with family or with soul family. Cancer, right? Intentions about where you want to live. Maybe some of you guys are going to be moving to a faraway, distant location. The 12th house can be faraway, distant locations. Maybe that's just a dream right now. I'm feeling like many Leo risings have this dream of like a faraway place, but that can actually be realized through a trip or moving there, it feels like, with this new moon energy. Your creative gifts being even stronger at this time. And because you're ruled by the sun is conjunct Jupiter, sextile Mars, also in a square to Neptune and Saturn. So this is positive development and breakthroughs. Some of you guys may be sick and tired of me this whole video saying, this is positive, this is a breakthrough, but this is the truth. I'm a Scorpio and I will tell you if it's not. So I hope you guys know that. Wow, Leos, very, very magical. And look at your tarot card for this new moon. Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation, receiving physical resources, gifts. I love that hand. I love how the Ace of Pentacles, it's like that beautiful hand and the clouds and a pentacle on it. There's gifts you're receiving. Be open to that. This is also like helping you with income and physical resources, making intentions around that also at the time of this new moon. Very beautiful. And I'm sending lots of love your way. Have a magical new moon. Okay, next we go to our Virgos. Virgos, you're going to be having this new moon in Cancer in your 11th astrological house. Wowzers. The 11th house is friends, community, groups, teams, like-minded people. I think many Virgos are going to have positive developments or new soul family friends coming into your life. So Virgos, this is an amazing new moon to get out to a new moon event or any kind of event with like-minded conscious people, because you can be making very positive and benefic friendships or work partnerships or new groups that you may be associated with. You're also going through a higher consciousness upgrade with this very benefic new moon in your 11th house of Aquarius, which is the higher mind, our higher consciousness. Your ruler Mercury is in Cancer. So yeah, you're feeling intuitive. You're feeling secure, comfortable, good overall. Mercury is sextile Uranus in trine to Saturn and Neptune. So there's breakthrough. There's new community. There's new people. There's new friends. There's new weird opportunities for you to be open to as well. Embrace the weirdness. Okay. And interesting. Okay. Your tarot card. Wow, that's interesting. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Which is a more challenging card. Correct me if I'm wrong, Virgos, if you follow me regularly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it the full moon in Sagittarius? I can't remember which one, but the last time I read for Virgos, I think it was quite intense. So interesting that we're getting the 5 of Pentacles, which is about hardship, money issues. Remember, we've got the South Node in your sign and Saturn and Neptune in your 8th house. So there are some very intense clearings and things coming up to the surface for the Virgos. So I feel like the 5 of Pentacles is, you've got a lot going on yourself. Don't take on the issues of others. And if there have been money issues going on, look at the clarifier. We're getting so many pentacle cards. Oh my God. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so the money issues are not, if it has been, it's not going to be that big of an issue for very much longer. Some of you guys may be receiving an inheritance. Interesting, this new moon is in your 11th house of gains. Could also be inheritance, in my personal astrological opinion. This is about legacy, inheritance, abundance that lasts into the long term. So you guys have been going through a lot. And I think this new moon is bringing a lot of healing energy, positivity. You're having it in a lighter house, and definitely be open to what wants to come forward for you. That's a message for all of us with this new moon. Okay, Virgos, love you guys. Sending lots of love your way. Now we're going to go to our Libras. Okay, Libras, happy new moon in Cancer. You're going to be having this new moon, wow, in your 10th house of work, career, long-term goals, legacy, older people than you in your life. So amazing new moon for new beginnings professionally, setting long-term goals, and really reflecting and getting into clarity on what is your legacy? What is your purpose? Do you already know what that is? Do you need more clarification on that? That can become very clear through signs, synchronicities, divine guidance at the time of this new moon. There can also be healing breakthroughs with family members. Cancers are family members that are older than us, right? 10th house is the Capricorn ruled areas of older people in our lives. So something to pay attention to. We've got your ruler Venus at home in one of her home signs of Taurus. So she is feeling good. She is in the 8th house. So there can be positive developments of gifts of resources, returns on investments, maybe even inheritance, returns on taxes or debts. So she is feeling good in the 8th house, a financial house, and sextile the North Node in Pisces. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Again, signs and synchronicities of life. And that North Node is in the 6th house, another work house. So your work is very powerful at this time. Some of you may be having raises, awards, starting your own business, starting your own side hustle, working with family members, working with soul family members. So wow, Libra, this is looking really, really nice. And if you're not working, what's your responsibility to the world at this time? We got the 3 of Wands, which that's interesting because that is a very business related card. It's about business ventures, trade, commerce, expansion, planning, preparation, taking action on your dreams and your long-term goals. So yes, you can set the intention, but the 3 of Wands is saying, remember to keep looking ahead and taking the action, right? The Wands are fire-related cards of energy and moving forward with action. So Libra, this is looking good. I'm sending lots of love your way. Let me know how you're doing in the chat and have a magical new moon in Cancer. Okay, next we've got our Scorpio sun, risings, and moons, my fellow crazy Scorpios, as I like to call you guys. Scorpios, thank goodness we've got this new moon in Cancer happening in our 9th house, and we now have Jupiter in Cancer in our 9th house, which is the home, one of the 2 home houses of Jupiter, right? The Sagittarian ruled areas of life. Jupiter rules Sag. With Jupiter, the great benefic exalted in Cancer with a new moon in Cancer, also Mercury in Cancer, Cancer in our 9th. This is expansion. This is luck. This is positive opportunities. This is our higher mind being uplifted. We're emotionally being uplifted. Many of us may be traveling around the time of this new moon or planning travel to come over the next 6-month period. And with this being in the sign of Cancer, there's a theme of traveling to homelands, traveling with family vacations, family trips, traveling with the mother, women from different countries being highlighted. So there's a healing of the ancestral line through different homelands happening for Scorpios, which I love because we've been going through our ruler Pluto in our 4th house. So there's some very intense stuff coming up for us during this Pluto and Aquarius transit from now and the next 19 years of kind of secrets, intensity, situations with family. So I love this new moon in the sign of family, Cancer in our 9th house. It's uplifting, expanding, bringing blessings. So love that. Great for travel, great for publishing, great for meditation, our higher perspective, our optimism, which we need that sometimes as Scorpios. We've got our traditional ruler Mars sextile the new moon. Thank you very much. Sextile Jupiter. Okay, so this is, we can be feeling turned on, like literally sexually, but also just turned on by life, turned on by life force, inspiration, moving forward. We're clearing through blocks, I'm hearing Spirit say. This is like very optimistic and positive. I know I keep using the word positive, but also our modern ruler Pluto in very positive aspects to the outermost planets. Yes, still retrograde. So our rulers are feeling pretty darn good. It's happening in the 9th house, which is pretty darn good. And we've got Temperance. I love the Temperance card. This is one of my most favorite cards that I find it quite mysterious, actually. I know it's not traditionally about healing, but that's the first word I always think of when I see this card. Healing. It's also balance, alchemy, honing in on our skills, serenity, peace, and combination of opposing forces. So yeah, it feels like there's darkness that we're transmuting. We are Scorpios. We rule the shadow and the dark side of life. And there's some major issue that's maybe been blocking us or darkness that we've been carrying that it feels like, and I'm getting chills when I say this, gets literally lifted off of us at the time of this new moon. That's our miracle with this new moon. I think every sign is getting miracles in whatever area of life they have this new moon in. And, for us, it's happening in the 9th house of optimism and luck. So things that are holding us back from that are being brought to the surface and transmuted. So Scorpios, love you very much. Sending lots of cosmic love your way and happy new moon in Cancer. Next, we go to our Saggy Waggies, and you are having this new moon in Cancer in, the 8th house. Okay. Again, not a financial advisor, but if I was a Sagittarius right now, I would maybe be buying me some silver. Okay. Cancer rules silver, precious metals. I would be looking at my investments. I would be looking at my portfolio, maybe making some new decisions, maybe making some new investments. This is bringing positive energy and blessings to, our shared resources with others. our investments, our sex life, our soulmate relationships with others, our psychic abilities, our healing journey as well. This is very healing for the Sagittarians. And we've got your ruler now, Jupiter, exalted in Cancer, conjunct this new moon. So this is very potent, uplifting, and lucky for all of us, but in particular, definitely you. And you can be feeling really energized and inspired with Mars in your 10th house, in work, in your long-term goals, sextile Jupiter. You may be merging forces professionally with new people or new ideas, new opportunities. Oh, wow. For you, the tarot card is the 10 of Wands. So this is interesting because the 8th house does have to do with trauma, healing, our healing journey. One of the miracles that may be coming forward for you is like release of burdens, that you've been carrying from other people. If you want to do some healing work at the time of this new moon, I invite you to maybe reflect on what burdens are you carrying from yourself, from the past, or from others, or from family, right? It's Cancer in the 8th house. Ancestral burdens are not yours. Family members' burdens are not yours. You don't need to carry those. Okay, Sagittarius, and also clarifier for you guys is we've got, the Justice card. That's come up again. That's interesting. There's some of these guys that are coming up again. Balance, fairness. If there is someone that wronged you in the past where there's been a trauma or there's been a hurt that's been really hard to let go, know that there's fairness and balance in everything. And it's not that we want karma and negative things to happen to other people, but there isn't a universal balancing act, Spirit is saying, that happens. Okay, and you don't need to hold on to other people's stuff that isn't yours. Balance, fairness, healing, truth, clarity, acknowledging cause and effect. So also, if there's any legal matters, this is like legal matters can be positively affected as well. Wow, this is a lot for everybody. So Saggies, I'm sending lots of love your way. Happy new moon in your 8th house, and see you next time. Okay, Capricorns, how are we doing out there? You are having this new moon in Cancer in your 7th house. Have we got any single Capricorns out there that are wanting a new suitor? Because this is the best new moon of the year, and it's in your 7th house of love and committed relationships and aesthetics and contracts and obligations. So all those Libran ruled areas are receiving blessings and positive energies. There's new people that can be coming into your life that feel like soul family, right? Or literally are a soulmate, or that maybe you knew from the past and didn't get together with, but now's the time where that's happening. This is beautiful energy in your relationships, and also your client relationships, committed relationships to others, right? So people that do work for us, or work that we do for others in a committed way. We've got your ruler Saturn conjunct Neptune in the 4th house. Yes, in square to Jupiter, but we're off of the exact square now by the time of this new moon, and in positive aspects to the outermost planets. So, I mean, we're all going through with this really interesting aspect pattern between the outermost planets of positive upliftment, higher upgrades, divine protection. And this is especially for you, Capricorns, because Saturn conjunct Neptune is in the center point of that, and it's in your 4th house of family and home. So there can be healing breakthroughs in those familial relationships at this time. I love this new moon for setting intentions around love, commitments, your aesthetic and style and beauty as well. And let's see here. Oh my God. Tarot card for you guys is the Devil. Okay, so Capricorn, where are we self-sabotaging in our relationships? Okay, has there been heavy stuff that you've been holding on from other people? If so, let that go. Do you have weird ass toxic people in your life? Okay, if so, time to let that go. There's new suitors in love, in work, in friendship that want to come forward. Do the people around you have the same values as you? Here's your clarifier card, 7 of Pentacles. Looking back on achievements, gratitude, planning, progress, and results. So interesting. There may be an ending or major reality check for some Capricorns having to do with love, friend, or family relationships. But remember, as one door closes, new ones open. And this is a positive time for acknowledging how far you've come, your progress, your results. And you guys tend to be patient, continuing to be patient with your long-term goals and dreams. So sending lots of love your way, Capricorns. And it's interesting because that Devil card is associated with the sign of Capricorn. Ha, ha, ha. In tarot. So sending lots of love your way and have a happy new moon. Okay, second last but not least, we've got Aquarius. Aquarius, you're going to be having this new moon in Cancer in your 6th house. Wow, this is amazing for your health, your day-to-day routines, work, pets, office space, coworkers, organization. I love this for you guys for if you've been wanting to make a new home office, starting a new work venture out of the home with a family member or just from the home space, in maybe starting a new work venture in a healing art or something Cancer related. There's healing energy coming through to your health. There can be health breakthroughs. This is a great new moon to set new positive daily routines for yourself as well. We've got your traditional ruler, Saturn, conjunct Neptune, and positive aspects to the outermost planets in your 3rd house. So positive blessings with your communication, mind, local community as well. And your modern ruler, Uranus, exactly sextile Mercury in your 4th house. So there can be very good positive news that you're receiving regarding work, regarding health at the time of this new moon, regarding coworkers or family members. So that's awesome. And the tarot card we have for you guys is the Star, which is an Aquarius related tarot card. That's so weird. The Capricorns got a Capricorn card. Aquarians are getting an Aquarian card. You are the stars. You are the star seeds. I'm hearing that song from Moby. We are all made of stars. Nothing can stop us now. I'm going to have to listen to that because that's a really good song. You might want to listen to that song because I'm hearing it psychically. This is a new moon of dreams coming true, opportunity, hope, healing, freedom, clarity, and higher energies. You're being empowered even more into yourself because the star literally is you guys. So that is so freaking cool. Love you, Aquarians, sending so much cosmic love your way. And next we have our magical Pisces. Pisces, you're having this new moon in Cancer in the 5th house, in the fun house. Oh my God, the most positive new moon in the year in the most positive house, the 5th house. Okay, so this is fun. This is creative. This is playful and celebratory. This is an amazing new moon for creative pursuits, putting yourself in the spotlight, being confident in your gifts and talents, celebrations that have to do with family, having a celebration, family dinner, soul family dinner out of your home. This is good for investments. This is good for anything athletic related as well. This is a nice positive shift in the energy for you, Pisces. And we've got your traditional ruler, Jupiter, conjunct the new moon. So you're feeling uplifted. You're feeling emotionally satisfied. You may be feeling sensitive. Okay, it is new moon in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. But if there are any intense feelings coming to the surface, it doesn't feel long-lived. And remember, with Jupiter in Cancer now, there may be emotions coming to the surface because Cancer rules the past and our emotions that we've been holding in, we've been bottling in. If you have random, intense emotions, just let it out and process through it. We've got your modern day ruler, Neptune, conjunct Saturn in positive aspects to the outermost planets. So there is a dissolving of, heavy things that don't serve anymore, but that's also fun. And that's inspirational. And with this new moon in your 5th house, it doesn't have to be fun. This is hard. This is Have fun, have a good time, be in your creativity. Okay, how do you like to be creative? How do you like to celebrate life? Wow, okay, your tarot card, Eight of Swords, which is very much about unnecessary fears, overthinking, being held hostage by ourselves, sometimes by other people. So it feels like you're moving through this with this new moon. And the clarifier is the Hierophant. You are powerful. Okay, you are Pisces. You are spiritual teachers. You are magical creatures. If there's anybody that's making you feel like this, or if there's anything that you're doing to yourself that's making you feel like this, great new moon to be setting the intention of letting that go and stepping into your empowerment and your confidence. Okay. He's all about beliefs, values, boundaries, being a powerful teacher, being a powerful person, wisdom. And you are that, Pisces. You're very, very special, and your sensitivity is a superpower. Your wisdom is a superpower. Your creativity, new moon in the 5th house, you can have creative genius at the time of this new moon, is a superpower. And don't let anybody dim your light or dull your sparkle. Okay. Love you, Pisces. Have a very happy new moon. And we've gone through the whole collective and all the 12 signs. I am so happy about this new moon in Cancer, and let me know how you're all feeling and maybe what your intention is. Put it in the comments below. And yeah, you can check out all my links. Socials are in the description box of this video. In particular, I've got my upcoming Age of Aquarius live lecture happening at Akasha's Den in Oakville, Ontario, Canada on, I think it's July, is it the 19th or the 18th? Let me double check. It is the 19th. So in-person tickets are available. I'm going to go deep into what is the Age of Aquarius. How can we be prepared for it? And there's also online streaming passes available. And also check out Sunny and I's new astrological crystal kits available exclusively at the Scorpling Shop. And thank you everyone that's been supporting us at the Scorpling Shop. We've been having a lot of orders, and we're very, very grateful for that. So everyone, I'm sending lots of cosmic love your way this new moon in Cancer. Let's embrace the most positive new moon of the year. And I'll see you all on the other side. Bye, everyone.